Now let's look at some of these easier problems, these easier trinomials to factor. In the last few videos I've showed you factoring where the leading coefficient was bigger than 1. Right? Now you're going to notice this leading coefficient, this leading coefficient is just 1. Right? These problems are a whole lot easier. Now think about what we were using factoring using the Rosa method. Okay, so in this case when we're factoring, we still write down this first term 2 times. So I write x and x. We look at the signs. Second sign being positive tells me the signs are going to be the same. This one tells me they're both going to be positive. Alright, I'm hoping you guys have gotten that by now, so we can start going through these videos a little bit quicker. And then I have, now it's just 1, so 1 times 6 is 6. Alright, factors of 6, 1 times 6, 2 times 3. Alright, adding or subtracting, what's going to give me 5? Alright, what's going to give me this middle term? Well, if I look at this, 1 plus 6 gives me 7, but then 6 minus 1 gives me 5. Well, I don't want to subtract because both of these were adding. Alright, so I'm not going to do any subtracting. So now I look at this one, 2 plus 3 gives me that 5, what I need, and then 3 minus 2 gives me that 1. Alright, so in the past we talked about using the Rosa method of saying writing this first term 2 times and dividing by the leading term, the leading coefficient. Well, the leading coefficient is 1, and if you recall from these last problems that we were doing, as soon as I got down to 1 in the denominator, I was done. Right? 1 and done. So there's really no need to even bother doing this. Okay? We're always going to have 1 in the denominator because the leading coefficient is 1. So there's no need to do that. So now I'm picking 2 and 3. And then, as you recall before, we talked about, and I don't really have to rewrite this, but I just want to show you, x times x gives me that x squared. X times 3, 3x. 2 times x gives me 2x. Add them together, 3 plus 2 gives me that middle term of 5. 2 times 3 gives me 6. Alright, so we're done. And again, I don't have to do that. Alright, so let's start looking at these problems. These are going to go a whole lot quicker then, because we don't have to worry about dividing by anything. So I have x and x. Second sign being positive tells me both of these signs are going to be the same. They're both going to be minus. And then 1 times 12, or just 12. 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Adding or subtracting, what's going to give me 7? Well, the 3 and the 4. Check it, it'll work. Alright, so they're all the same. These are all the same. So I would hope that you guys could go through these 3 and get them done yourself. Alright, hit pause, try them yourself. Don't let D mess you up. Yeah, it's a big number, but who cares? Alright, you can always get your calculator out. Alright, you can always get that calculator out to help you if you need to. Alright. Well, hopefully you went through them, gave them a try. X, X. Signs are going to be different. One's plus, one's minus. I don't care which one goes first. And then 1 times 27 and 3 times 9. That's it. That's the only thing that'll give me 27. So 9 minus 3. Remember the bigger number. The bigger number takes that sign. So it's going to go here. So the bigger number 9 goes there. The 3 goes there. And you can check it. X times x gives me x squared. X times negative 9, negative 9x. 3 times x gives me 3x. Add those together. Negative 9x plus 3x gives me that 6x. Okay, so you can always go back and check these problems yourself. Make sure you got them right. Alright. X. Signs are going to be different because of this minus sign there. Now we have 82. Huge number. 1 times 82. 2 times 41. And now you can get your trusty calculator out if you need to, and you can start going through them. 82 divided by 3. Nope, that didn't work. 82 divided by 4. Nope, didn't work. 82 divided by 5 is not going to work. What about 6? No. And I'm going to save us a whole lot of time. Nothing else works except for these two pairs. So to get 39, I'm going to use 2 and 41. The bigger number takes that sign. Alright, and you can go back and check it. Make sure it's correct. Alright, part E. You're noticing part E has that negative sitting out in front. Yes? Alright. So we need to take care of it. We need to get rid of that negative sign. And if you recall from these previous problems, let's factor out a negative 1 because that will change the signs. So I have positive x squared. All we're doing is changing the signs. Minus 2x minus 15. And like you said, like you remember in the last problems, in the last set of problems that we've done, that GCF out there in front just keeps coming along for the ride. We don't do anything with it. Now when we get to the equations, then we could just divide it out. But right now we just have to bring it along for the ride. X, signs are both plus. So 15. We have 1 times 15. N. 3 times 5. Oh wait, did anybody catch my mistake? I screwed up. What does this tell me? What does that tell me? I screwed up. That tells me that these two signs have to be different. Alright? So, let's fix my screw up. Let's fix my mistake. Plus and minus. Alright. What's going to give me 2? Well, 3 and 5 are going to give me 2. Bigger number. Takes the first sign. And I'm done. Alright? I'm hoping that you guys are getting the hang of these. You can see why I started off with the harder problems first. Now coming back to these easier ones. Do you notice? Now all we're going to do is divide by 1. And 1 and done. So you see now I don't have to do any more difficult stuff. You already know the process. If there was a number here, if there was something here, you know, instead of just x squared, let's say there was a 3x squared, alright, plus 6x plus 45. Now you know that you would have to divide by whatever that leading term is. Well, in these problems that we're doing this set, you don't have to worry about it because this leading coefficient is simply 1. So this is just going to be 1 down here. Alright?